So here, we're gonna spectate one of my friends, Brendan, aka Crunchy Team. Right now he's doing it with Don Tolliver, his Chance Pandora, Lil Tecca, his Agi Eliotrope, the Kid Laroi, his Intelligence Any, Roddy Rich, his String Ayup, Lil Yachty, his Chance Inu, and Foxy Shield, and Infika. And he's attempting it with 6 Loot Barbarian. You got the Apubic Cubic Barbarian, Mellifluous Barbarian, Sherent Barbarian, Rampant Barbarian, Torpid Barbarian, and the Celestial Barbarian with 14,000 HP. I guess I'll turn on the fight spells for this, so we can get a better idea what he's casting. So right here we see him casting 2 portals out, setting up for the Mellifluous Barbarian, I believe. He casted a Pandawasta to lock the Shuriant Barbarian up here. And I think the reason for this is so that the Shuriant stays up there, up north, and doesn't charge in and push one of his characters into a wall or into one of his other characters and instantly kill it. So he did a good job with that, keeping the Shuriant Barbarian very busy. Now here it is on his any turn. He's casting Akani, giving himself 2 AP. Gives 2 AP to his String Ayup. He pushes his Elio out of the way. Does 3 AP in healing twice. Heals you neutral. Akani heals his Panda a little bit. Now it's the Infika's turn. He casts Aegis and Rampart to protect his allies, his team. And the Aegis helps protect people who are inside the glyph even more, which is a smart move to do. Aegis has 1500 HP, very tanky. And the Ayup casts Ayas Wrath through the portal to get it charged, and does massive damage to Mellifluous with minus 37 Earth Res, which is beautiful. And his Panda's in a rough position here with the Inu behind. So yeah, he's gonna move the Inu out of the way. Now he doesn't worry. Push the Akani. Was it an open air? Maybe it was an open air. He has 6 AP left, 11 MP. Stabilization to CB, so I believe he can move out of the way without getting locked. And then he hits the Mellifluous, the APQ a bit, because the Mellifluous has 72 water % resist, so it was smart to go for that. His Agi Eliotrope turn. Cast Sinecure, that's 3 AP. Mellifluous is almost dead already. Thurman. He has 3 more AP to work with. And he casts an Eliotrope Totem for more heals if you walk through the portal. Maybe cause a distraction. And that worked perfectly. The Rampant went for the totem. Now his Inu, keeping the Shuriant busy still. 1 MP. He's gonna be hanging out with the Pandawasta for a while. He has 6 AP left. Okay, he hits the Rampant for 5 AP. But it's sacrificed by the Mellifluous, so it's taking damage. It has negative water resist. That was good. Annie's turn. He kills the Mellifluous with 3 AP AoE end spell. Gives 2 AP to the panda. You got 5 AP left. Regenerating Word heals panda up and passes in the glyph. All of his characters are in the glyph except his Enutrof so far. See what the Feka does. He hits Asuriant. And he does Feka Shield for himself. And he did long range invuln from the Inu because he's in the open. He has a very cushy setup here in the bottom left corner. And Ayat walks through the portal. Hits the Asuriant twice with Sword of Ayat. 4 AP each. Jumps back to safety. DB's turn. Let's see what he does. Having fun running back and forth. Just damage slightly, not too much. Panda's turn. Let's see what the panda does here. Vulnerability twice on the Asuriant, make it weaker. Keep it at bay, at a distance. And go back to drunk mode. Heliotrope. See what the Helio does. Okay, he hits the FP, we keep it, because minus 40 air resist. Does some more damage, buff Ayat. Ayat is gonna have his Wrath turn next turn, on turn 4. Well, he's probably prepping himself up for that. The Enu's turn. Kind of right in front of the Rampant. Let's see what he does with the Enu. He's thinking. If he hits the Rampant, then I'm pretty sure it's going to attract the Asuriant. Because he has... Oh! Maybe that was a mistake? I'm not sure. If he does that, it might revive the dead monster from before. I think that was a mistake. Well, I could be wrong. Let's find out. Because if I remember, I don't think you can steal MP from the Barbarian either. Or, yeah. Maybe range 2? We'll find out. Maybe there's something I didn't see. Okay, it's the Fika's turn. Foxy Shield. It reduces the damage. The Rampant. And he casts Truce and buy more time. Everything is pretty much stuck in time here. I have got Wrath next turn. Then he pushes the Rampant away, 4 cell. I mean 3 cell, sorry. He blows the Feka, 1 up. And he virtues himself for more HP shield, for tank. And accumulation to charge it up. Yep, the Mellifluous got revived. 5041 HP. It's not the end of the world, I mean, it was just 1 dead monster, but definitely a bit of a hassle to deal with. And the Panda goes back in Boozer. Is still Truce up? Yes, Truce still up. Becca just casted it, right? So, yep. Until the Fekka's turn, none of his characters can do any damage to any of the monsters. Inu's turn. Gonna MP Steel the Shurian, keep him locked there. Or stuck in that one place still. Did Reducing Key run out? Yeah, I think it ran out already. I'm sure he'll cast it again when it comes. The next turn or two. And gave Fortune. Make his Ayap be able to dodge easier. AP the Ayap. The Ayap has Wrath this turn, so the Ayap's gonna do a lot of damage. He might get rid of the Mellifluous as if nothing happened. He heals the Ayap up a bit. Heals up the Inu. Full HP. Rapid runs up. Ekka's turn. He gives shields to his Inu and Eliotrope and to himself. See what he's gonna do next. Okay, he runs next to Rampant. And he casts Gravity Glyph. And he pushes the Rampant. 3 souls. Okay, he has Ayap's Wrath this turn. Damage, basic damage increased by 120. Let's see what his Ayap's going to Wrath this turn. Okay, he's gonna go for the Shurian. 2,600 damage, nice. Precip. Accumulation, and pressure. Yeah, he pretty much killed it. That was a nice turn. It's interesting how the Celestial Barbarian can still swap with the Eliotrope despite having a Gravity Glyph in there. Unless he did outside the Gravity Glyph. I don't think it still would work. He kills the Shurian, Alkoshu, Drunk Spell, and goes back out. The Elio casts Eliotrope Totem. I don't know what he was casting Insult on. Oh, he's trying to Vuln the CB, I think. Oh, he misclicked. I think he misclicked. He casts Sinecure so he can get himself to safety. From when you hit the totem, you transfer yourself to the farthest portal, and this was the farthest portal. And that's why he ended up here. He ran all the way up here. This Inu is gonna hit Torpid. That has minus chance resist. MP Steel the Rampant. Regenerating Word on the Fika as well. And he's going up to safety. Walks out of the Gravity Glyph. Aegis again. Close combat invuln on himself. And he hits the Torpid, and the Mellifluous has it sacrificed. Okay, Ayup's turn, minus 3 AP from the Precipitation on previous turn. Yeah, he goes for Mellifluous, that's smart. Minus Earth Resist. There's 4 AP left. Okay. Pressure. And he runs further back. Well, the CB went into the portal, interesting. I don't think it'll trigger the effect. Should be fine. Stabilize again. So he can move out of the way without not being able to dodge the boss. Pushes his any off the portal. AoEs both the Torpid and the Rampant. That's nice. So sacrifice. Heliotrope's turn. Synchers the Mellifluous. Insult and Sermon. He doesn't want to move the portals, which I can understand. Inu Trough. See what the Inu does. Shovel of Judgment, a lot of MP reduction. And he briberies the Torpid. Torpid can't do any damage. He's gonna finish off the Mellifluous with his Any. That's dead. 3 more to go, without including the boss. 2 AP and Elio. And then AoE heal. Vika's turn. He pushes the Torpid with Release or Liberation. Natural attack on the Rampant twice. The Cubic going to town there. See the eye up. Recharge accumulation. Use it on the Rampant twice. Sort of eye up. CB 600 damage. So the Any 800 damage. That was a little bit high. See what the CB has here. Okay. Alcoholic Breath on the QA. Pandawasta again next to the Torpid. Akoshu and the Rampant. He's focusing on the PV Cubic. Minus Air Resist. The edgy Heliotrope. And he needs some healing. It's half HP now. The Inu does. Okay, reduce key, steal range from the Torpid. So I can't really use his range attack that much anymore. He's slaughtering on Rampant, but Rampant has that spell trigger right now called Bear Hop. So you hit it, during that state it will attract anything linear to it. So that's why the Ayup got attracted to the Rampant. The Any was healing up a bit. Pekka's turn. He shields himself and the Inu and rocks the Rampant. Ayup's turn. You got Ayup's Wrath again. KOs it. Precipitates himself for more AP. He's focusing the rampant. I mean the PoE cubic, sorry. Switch with the Heliotrope, switch with the Eye. Panda's turn, vulnerability twice to weaken it. Make it easier to do more damage. Boozer himself, picks up the Eye Up, tosses the Eye Up, 5 cells. Melancholy's the PoE cubit. The Heliotrope, Sermon, 1k damage, very nice. That PoE cube's dead. He got this. He got this in the bag. Well played. 200 heals, 160 heal. In your trough, Slaughtering Shovel, 400 damage. Coin throwing 3 times. Is any turn. He's thinking on what to do next. Does he Vuln the boss? Is he in a good position to do it? Does he still go for the Torpid? I think he's gonna wait until the Torpid is dead first and heal up, yeah. There's no rush. Pika's turn. Natural attack, Lifelessness for more int. Maybe it hits harder. Precipitation, lost 3 AP there. Virtue to shield both of his characters. Accumulation to recharge it for more damage. Divine Sword for a little damage buff, because not much he could have done that turn. Panda's turn. Goes Boozer, Trump. Akoshu so he can hit diagonally instead of linear with his Melancholy. He hit him 4 times. Move the Panda out of the way so it's not locked from this Celestial Barbarian with shot. And now he rocks the Torpid twice with Sermon. It's a strong agility spell for an Heliotrope until you get Ridicule at 190. Maybe 180, I think it's 190. Slaughtering triple coins again on the Inu. And his turn. Doing some AoE heal with 3 AP. Gives AP to the Heliotrope. Heals the Eye Up twice with the 3 AP spell. Feka's turn. Runs up to the Torpid. Hits it 3 times again. Eye Up's turn. He's gonna finish off the Torpid. Probably with accumulation. Okay, never mind. 2 divine. Interesting. Okay, 2 intimidations. And accumulation. Okay. 1 more hit and it's dead, and then I think he'll set up for the CV. Yeah, Torpid's dead. Then you Vuln to CB twice. He gives 4 MP to the Heliotrope, and he Boozer himself, and he picks up the Any, and he doesn't get focus anymore. Or no? The Heliotrope, I think, is gonna Vuln the CB. Yeah, get pushed back. 1, 2, 3, 4 cell. So now he's gonna heal up. So he's healing again, giving AP to the Eye Up. an MP, the IEP's Megaba. He's playing very fast here, he knows exactly what to do. Liberation release on the IEP. Resells, shield most of his team. The IEP Eni and Feka. IEP Eni, Feka, and Eliotrope. IEP puts Erosion on CB since it can lifesteal. And he Wraths it on his rat turn every 3 turns, turn 1, turn 4, turn 7, turn 10. He recharge accumulation and his IEP again. Now it's Panda's turn. Stabilization, so he can move out of the way. Puts his Inu to safety. Puts his Eni to safety. Even though he probably could just move them out of the way. But I guess he doesn't want to trigger the Feka CB when it pushes you back. And if you're in the wall and it pushes you against an object, you're pretty much dead. Insta kill. Eliotrope's turn. He's gonna make it Vuln. Hit 3 AP. Now he's gonna Syndicure. He doesn't want to use Sermon because Sermon can push 2 cells. And if you push it, I think you can trigger its effect of reviving all its dead allies, and you don't want that. Not when you have the boss remaining only. So what he's doing now is basically using a low AP spell on the boss to make it vuln for that turn on the character, and then trying to use his highest AP attack spells to get as much damage as he can while it's still vuln in that character turn. He's shielding himself, healing himself. Aegis to be extra safe. More erosion on the boss. The boss only has like 458 HP erosion so far. Okay, switch with the IEP, switch with the Eliotrope, hit the Elio twice, hit the Panda. Vulnerability, twice, make it weak. Move the Feka out of the way so when you trigger it with the Eliotrope, he doesn't get knocked into the Feka and kill himself. The Insult. What I would do is, if there's the boss only remaining, on each of my character turn, I would take out all the spells that can trigger the boss resurrection of all his dead allies. So if you have any MP steal spell, if you have any range spell, you have any pushback damage spell, you want to remove it out of your spell hotbar. So in case you forget, you don't have to worry about messing up or misclicking and thus losing the fight as a result, or having to fight your heart out to get back into the game. So pretty much self-explanatory here. He's gonna keep doing the same thing over and over. I think he has IEP's Wrath again. Turn 4, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. Yep, he has IEP's Wrath again, I'm pretty sure. I guess that makes sense. That's why Eliotrope Portal hitting through it on the boss doesn't really do much for you. Because it only happens on each of the characters' turn. And you don't really want to set it in a way where you're accidentally gonna go into the portal and go against the wall or something. You don't want that to happen. Or it's just too much work to think about your portal placement, vulning the boss once and then having portals around here somewhere, still being able to hit through these portals to hit the boss. So you're just gonna want to go up to the boss, vuln it naturally, and then just hit whatever spells you can directly on it. Nice damage. That's right. Boss's HP is getting really low now. Interesting. The boss. That was weird. They didn't even go for any of his characters. They just went all the other side. Just went for the Heliotrope totem. Maybe because all his characters were shielded. It's either because all his characters were shielded, so the AI wanted to go for something that wasn't shielded. That's why he went for the totem. Or because he was low HP. He started to enter the cowardly state where he runs away, far away from everyone. Now he's kind of in an awkward position where all his characters are reached. So he's just gonna buff and shield up, which is what he does here. More HP shield with Virtue. Stabilization of the boss, so it's easy to escape. Panda is quite handy for CB. Yep. Insult, insult. I guess he could do Sinecure, but I guess he forgot about it. That's okay. The boss will die anyways. Soon. I think he should be able to kill next turn with Eye of Wrath. I think that's when he's going to seal the deal. Here. He can get in a few more hits here. Yeah, very close. Boss is hitting 1k damage. His HP is getting very low. It's dead this turn though. Just in an awkward position with his character. Well, with his Annie. Oh, he's gonna move that out of the way. He's probably gonna shock the Annie. So the Annie's not blocking the way. Or the Feck, I guess. That works too. He's gonna finish it this turn for sure. Any one cell away from the wall is fine. 863 HP left. $118 HP left on CB. This is it. Becca is gonna get the final blow. And that's good game. About 35 minutes, 90% multiplier in the area. No challenges. Focus, that's too hard. Cruel, that's pretty hard too, but maybe doable, but I don't know. Yeah, that'd be hard because Apu Cubic would be the first one he would have to kill. And then he would have to worry about that Chariot, and then Rampant, and then Torpid. Mellifluous second to last, kind of impossible because this Mellifluous will sacrifice his allies. That's very unrealistic too. I mean, you got Serapox. Minus 50 wisdom, minus 20 crit, 3 range, minus 100 initiative for 5 fights. Quite annoying. You can get that in Fragos often, in the dungeon. He got a CB Tails on all his characters, that's nice. 2 of the boss monster mat. Celestial Barbarian Ham 8 or Hamate. Probably Ham 8. And that concludes the fight. And this was on Heroic server in case anyone was wondering. As you can see here, see the rules for the Heroic server. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to Brendan, aka Crunchy, for making it out alive and into Fragos 3.